I think it's really pleasant news going out there that Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited has turned the corner and has become profitable. And kudos to you and your government for doing so. Another passionate point with you is the development of the Northeast. How do you see Northeast as playing a crucial role in the road to Bharat, Viksit Bharat in 2047?
So just to give you a flavor of the Northeast, we have 4.5 crore population in 8 states in the Northeast. The most diverse, the most rich from an agrarian point of view, from a natural resource including petroleum point of view, from a geographical point of view, and from a strategic locational point of view. On an economic backdrop, you've got 8 states that are growing for the last 5 to 7 years between 10 to 12% CAGR. So while the rest of India is growing at 6.5–7%, the Northeast states are growing between 10 to 12%. That talks and speaks to you about the economic opportunity that lies in the Northeast. The Northeast was always seen as an appendage of India. It is always seen as the last vantage point of India. The Prime Minister has turned that paradigm and made the Northeast the first point of India, made the Northeast the most strategic initiative going forward for India. And therefore, our access into ASEAN, our access into the East is through the Northeast. And the capability for us to turn that into an international trading region is tremendous. And I'm working with all the 8 chief ministers as a partner, as a service provider, which is what my role is in donor, to make sure that for each particular state, we'll work on a comparative and competitive advantage basis. Michael Porter's theory of 5 forces, applying that to each state in the Northeast with every chief minister and his and her team, to make sure we understand what the core advantages of each state is and work on that. So just to give you an example, if you look at horticulture, floriculture, right? I didn't realize till I became Civil Aviation Minister that when I instituted Krishi Udan, which was really a subsidized logistical program to carry agrarian products in the belly of an aircraft, which have very low survival periods to make sure that you're able to transport them to other markets. My queen pineapples from Tripura were going where? They weren't going to Bombay. They weren't going to Bengaluru. Largest market is Germany. My king chilies from Nagaland, largest market, Dubai. Today, India imports its orchids from Thailand and God knows where all, right? Out of the 1,500 species of orchids in the world, 650 are grown in one state, Arunachal Pradesh alone. The capability of tourism is tremendous. What you and I use in our colognes, something called oud. That oud comes from agar wood. And that agar wood, apart from Indonesia, the biggest treasure house is Assam and Tripura. And I was not aware till I became donor minister that 1 ounce of agar wood is priced greater than silver and gold. For those 2 states alone, you're looking at an income stream greater than 15,000 crores per annum. Those are the potentials of that region. We have 2,000 kilometers of a border that we share with 6 countries in that region. Look at the trade capabilities that we can have there. We're already selling power to Bhutan, to Nepal and all of that. But the immense amount of trade and commerce capabilities that we can do if we start having trading relationships across our borders. That can be our gateway to the global south. and the global south, which economically is going to rule the world in the days to come. And that's our vision, that's the Prime Minister's vision for the Northeast.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you, are you sure you export those chilies only to Dubai? Because I think...
Not only to Dubai, but that's one of the largest markets. The second largest market is Navika's home.
I thought it was the opposition's, party headquarters, because the opposition probably gets all those chilies and can find nothing right in what you do. They say you work only for one...
I'm going to hold off on that. I think the people of India have passed their judgment on the opposition. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but continually. And you've seen that happen in the recent Delhi election as well.
So you're saying saffron is the way to go? To counter green chilies?
Bharat is the way to go. And the Bharatiya Janata Party is powering Bharat under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi.
Well, since it's a business summit, I won't... doorstep you with too much of politics. But as always, it's a pleasure talking to you, and especially the way forward that you show us holds a lot of promise. We're looking forward to Bharat marching forward and being an economic superpower sooner than later.
Thank you very much, Navika. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia.
Well, spicy and full of fire.